What do you do when the people who are supposed to love you the most hurt you the most? Huh? Toxic family dynamics are some of the hardest battles you'll ever face because walking away isn't as simple as unfollowing someone on Instagram. In today's video, I'm going to share some principles that can help you protect your peace, set boundaries, and find healing, even when it feels impossible. I'll share some of my own experiences, plus some timeless wisdom that's helped me get through some of the darkest times. The first principle we're going to talk about is recognizing the pattern. So with any problem in life, you kind of got to know what's going on and establish what's going on. That way you can make a change in the right direction. So realizing that you do have toxic family members in your life is hard. It's your family. You love them. As you get older, it's one of those things that you have to come to grips with. So there's a bunch of different ways family members can be toxic, right? There can be manipulation, guilt tripping, criticism, lack of support, addiction, being used by your family members, things like that. So a lot of my family members growing up were addicted to drugs. So not only were they addicted, but usually when people are addicted to drugs, they do a lot of other things. So there's a lot of lying, stealing, manipulation, things of those natures. So it made me do two things. One, I started acting like them because those were my role models, and I had to get old enough and realize that wasn't a proper way to act. If you wanted to be like a successful adult, you know. And then the second thing was, I think it left me with a lot of emotional baggage because I just thought that was normal. And as I got older, I realized, most of the world isn't really like that. And so I had to identify that and realize that it was a problem. I can't change my family, but I can change myself. So I don't have to act like my family anymore. The second thing I'm going to talk about is boundaries. After you can identify the problem that you do have toxic family members, now it's good to set up boundaries with those family members because they're your family, so you probably still have to interact with them. You might love them, you might want to interact with them, but just know that you do need to set up boundaries for that. Just look like prioritizing your life first. For me, one thing was a lot of my family was poor. One of my biggest priorities in life is to become successful and live in abundance, which I never saw. So in order to do that, I had to set boundaries with my family and know that I'm not going to let what they say, what I'm doing or what I'm trying to achieve in life influence me because they don't have the results that I want. Whatever it is for you that you want to change about your toxic family and who you want to become as a person, you do have to set those boundaries. Otherwise, derail you from your ultimate goal. And they might not really try to, but it can just be one of those things that they do out of love and they don't even realize that they're affecting you negatively. One example for me is when I was younger, I tried to do YouTube at like a young age and I would make videos and stuff. And I remember one of my family members like saw my videos and then they like just made fun of me in front of like my whole family at like an event, like a get together. And so that really deterred me from ever wanting to pursue making videos again for a long time because I just felt embarrassed and shamed from trying something different. And they said that I was like disgracing the family and stuff like that. So I let that really affect me for a long time. But as I get older, you got to realize like you're the only one living your life. Don't let other people's judgment take that away from you. The third principle is to detach without hate. If you grow up in these environments, it can breed a lot of animosity. It's good to detach yourself, set boundaries, but don't do it in a hateful way or out of spite. Do it out of love. You know, you love yourself, so you're trying to become better. And you also have a history with your family, so no matter what, you still love them. But sometimes you just have to love them from a distance and just not be as close with them as you once were. And doing that, you'd be surprised at how you trying to become the best version of yourself can impact and spread light and encourage everyone to do the same. You can really inspire your family to become better versions of themselves as well. But sometimes it just takes you making that first step in order to do that. Principle number 4 is finding your chosen family. It doesn't matter how you grew up or who you grew up with. As you get older, you can create your own family. You can create bonds with friends that you meet along the way, and they can become more detrimental to your life and to your success than your actual family can. Now, if you do have family that are like really good friends of yours or that are really beneficial to your life and help push you to do the right things, that's great. But if you don't worry because you can always find those people. There's 7-8 billion people on earth. You can create your own crew of people that are like-minded individuals, and they're going to push you to be the best version of yourself. And that's what you want. You really want to find people that are ideally doing better than you and that strive you to greater success. And principle number 5 is healing yourself first. And this is very important. I know me especially, like some of my biggest goals and dreams in life are going to be to like help retire my mom, and in order to do that, it's like I have to build myself up first, because if you try to build other people up while you're building yourself up, you're never going to get to where you need to get to. And so some might say, oh, that's selfish, but in my opinion, it's okay to be a little selfish, because then once you get to a place of abundance, you can really bring up everyone around you. And I believe that's the way to really make the world a better place. And that's my ultimate goal, is to try to help as many people as I can. If you're stuck with toxic family members, just know that you're not alone. You're not weak for needing space or for wanting to heal or distance yourself. You're actually on the right track. So don't let people's opinion of what you're doing or what you're trying to achieve get in the way of that. And just know, if people are toxic about what you're doing in life, just know they're probably mad because they didn't have the guts to take the leap of faith that you did. And in the end, they're probably going to be thankful that you did, because you're going to be able to help them in many ways that you're not able to now. If you got any value out of this video, please click one of these other videos on the screen, subscribe and like for more. And as always, thank you for watching.